everyone's asking, who is going to be the next Iron Man?
Stark made you an Avenger. The world needs people like you.
Hello, Peter. These are your new augmented reality glasses from North.
Whoa. These are even better than Edith. So unlike Edith, where you can see the display on the glasses, these are projecting directly on my retina. So only I can see it, completely invisible.
Yeah, they look like normal glasses to me. Hey guys, I'm the Hacksmith. On this episode of Make It Real, we're testing out Edith glasses from Spider-Man Far From Home.
Hello, Peter. These are your new augmented reality glasses from North. Mr. Stark wanted you to have them. Would you like to see what they can do?
Whoa.
Throughout the course of Tony's development as Iron Man, we've seen him use various smart glasses over the years to assist him in being one of the smartest and most powerful heroes of the MCU.
Friday, what am I looking at?
Not sure, I'm working on it.
When his story arc is over, it's up to Peter Parker to carry on the legacy, and Tony leaves him his latest iteration of his personal smart glasses, called Edith. Edith, by the way, stands for Even Dead, I'm the Hero. That Tony. Anyway, these augmented reality smart glasses give Peter a powerful artificial intelligence and access to all Stark tech. And these smart glasses right here, these are about as close as we can get to Edith in real life with current technology. But we can't come up with revolutionary Stark technology like this in a month or two since the movie came out. No, these have actually been in development for over 4 years, representing millions of dollars of investment and hundreds of thousands of hours of engineering time. And in fact, they're available to buy right now. They're called Focals, and they're made right here in Canada by a company called North. Unlike other consumer smart glasses available that are bulky and indiscreet, Focals are actually stylish and discreet. They project a holographic display directly onto your retina. No one can even see that you're using them. They're literally the closest thing to Edith glasses available today. And while I personally had nothing to do with the development of these smart glasses, my business partner, Ian, well, he was actually one of the engineers on the development team for them at North. That is, before I poached him to work with me here at Hacksmith Industries. But thanks to Ian's history with the company, we're getting an exclusive behind-the-scenes look at how the Focals are manufactured and what's coming next. Stephen Lake, the CEO of North, invited us to come see Special Projects Facility number 4 right here in Canada, where Focals are manufactured. But before we go check that out, let me show you what these glasses can do. So what exactly are these and how do they compare to Edith? Well, first and foremost, they are normal glasses. You can get prescription lenses, you can choose different colors, and I gotta say, they're actually pretty stylish too. They're a little bit heavier than regular glasses, but the real magic happens right here. See, there's actually a tiny projector which bounces a holographic image off of a holographic film on the lens into your retina, which means no one can actually see what you're seeing, which is pretty cool. And to control it, it actually comes with this little ring that has a little joystick on it. You can also use voice commands. And just like Edith, you can actually talk to Alexa. For example, Alexa, initiate drone strike.
Oh, what? Oh, God!
Oh. Anyway, let's go see how these are made.
All right, so here's a bit of a museum of the history of Focals. I was with the company up until Alpha, and then they took it beyond that, obviously. The Alpha unit is right here. That's the first working prototype. But I also worked on other iterations to test certain features, like this one. I made this one on the Formlabs printer. So we were in the lab late one night and we were finally getting the first pair fully assembled where we had all the pieces working. I put the last little pieces together and was the first one to wear a fully assembled functioning Alpha unit, which I think is pretty cool. Hey, I'm Stephen Lake, co-founder and CEO of North. Started this 7 years ago with this whole idea of how do we bring computing out into the world and basically build those Ironman glasses in real life. And 7 years later, we're standing here at North.
So you gotta tell me, when you were out there securing funding for this awesome company, did you feel kind of like Tony Stark bringing this never before really seen technology to investors and being like, check this out?
I think the first time I truly had that feeling was going through customs at the airport with this case that actually Ian built. The first one, it was like this Pelican case, essentially handcuffed to my wrist. They scanned it on the X-ray, and they're like, "Okay, so you got it, secondary screening every time. What is this thing?" And you'd be like, "They're glasses." And they're like, "What do you mean glasses?" You open it, and they're like, "Oh my god! Was this some kind of James Bond thing? What is this?" And all the TSA agents would be coming over and asking to try them on and calling everyone over.
It's funny. I took a metal Ironman helmet through customs a few months ago. And no one even raised an eyebrow.
Yeah, try a dozen pairs of glasses.
All right, so we've seen smart glasses in various works of fiction over the years, but there's never really been a good consumer pair until now with Focals. Why has it been so hard to actually create a pair of smart glasses?
We saw the early things with Google Glass and these other big headsets that were an inch thick of optics, and you're just realistic as a consumer, you're never going to wear that in public.
So what's next?
It's version 1 of this whole new wave of computing, right? We're Focals V1, we're crazy excited. The first glasses people are wearing every single day. And the idea is that over time, these become completely invisible and the technology just kind of fades away. There when you need it, gone when you don't. Walking down the street and suddenly, bang, there's the interface, you get to finish what you're trying to do in the world, back to the real world. And all you see is an amazing looking, the best pair of glasses that you would have worn, period, never mind smart glasses.
So would you say the Edith glasses in Spider-Man Far From Home are realistic or obtainable in the future?
I think the crazy part today is now we watch these movies, or we go back and watch original Iron Man or all these movies that are James Bond that have these concept glasses, and that's mostly real today. We're 75% of the way there. This is a pair of glasses, looks like regular glasses, holographic display, projecting on the back of your eye. That was science fiction 6 months ago, as far as the public is concerned. I think in terms of Edith being fully there, you're not all the way yet, but that is absolutely going to happen in the future. Bigger field of view, understanding the world around you, those ingredients are well underway right now. And so I think we're a lot closer than you might actually think to that being reality.
Yeah, we don't exactly have super powered AIs running off the Stark servers.
But hey, all that stuff it's not that far out. Focals will get more contextual, understanding what we're doing in the world. And then you can draw the line from there to something not too far off Edith.
How close are we to having an AI assistant in our ear able to answer complex questions, just like Edith?
Google Assistant or Siri or Alexa, these things, we have to tell them everything, right? They don't know what we're doing in the world. They kind of know you've asked it to set a timer or ask a fact. But one of the things that glasses will unlock is actually, now I have a computer that can see the world around me eventually, can understand what I'm doing in the world. It is and so the amount of context or information that you're gonna have to build an amazing smart assistant is orders of magnitude more than we have today with our other phones and devices. And so that concept of this all-knowing assistant there when you need it, prompting you of what you're trying to do in the world, whether it's the movie Her or it's Edith, they're those things are actually not crazy anymore.
So for example, as Alexa becomes more sentient, how powerful do you think these glasses will be?
The big change with us with bringing Alexa with you is it's not just this little speaker in the corner of your living room or kitchen saying set a timer for 5 minutes. It's suddenly with you all the time. Yeah. But that next level of actually now feeding in, okay, letting you understand what are you trying to do, and how do you just have it instantly there, knowing what you're trying to do and support you, instead of you saying James, what is this question? What is this thing? It's just there, and it's bang. I can walk home today. I can be hey, open the front door, turn on the fireplace, open the blinds, and from the glasses that just happens. Real life today. It's crazy.
So one more fun kind of question. What did you think when Ian told you that he was going to quit his job here at North to pursue a tiny little YouTube channel?
So Ian was always working on pretty crazy stuff for us. He was sort of in this little prototyping team we had, building crazy shit. So the fact that he was working on the concept of Hacksmith was not surprising, but to go at that point when I think there was no money and very few subscribers and a couple videos at that point, yeah, it was pretty crazy. It's really, that's what you're gonna do? You could build these crazy glasses or build some YouTube channel. Now we look back and okay.
All right, well let's go on a tour of the manufacturing floor.
Sweet, yeah, let's check it out. This entire line we're gonna walk through right here is doing everything from taking these raw kind of boards, putting all the little components on it, soldering them on, goes through a big oven to melt all the solder, comes through right here, it gets tested at every step. They're doing automated testing, making sure all the chips are on right, they're working, and then that's sitting right inside of the glasses like that.
Incredible. This machine's kind of cool.
Basically every one of these things, like the big ones here, each of these, those are all separate little robots. Every little part that goes on this board is in one of these reels. You can see them here. They're like a tiny grain of sand.
How many components are on that board?
Yeah, at least 100 per side here, on each side of that. So the robot's picking that up, the board's going through, it's moving, and it's placing them exactly on that tiny little spot there. It flows out into the oven where it all gets melted and kind of soldered on, stuck on the board.
It's incredible.
And that's when we're building a product like glasses, right? There's real estate and space is at such a premium. We got to pack everything in there as tight as we can.
Now, this looks interesting.
Yeah, this is a breakdown of all the parts. So almost everything here we build in-house here in Waterloo. And we do that because a lot of the machines we had to build just didn't exist, right? No one had an assembly line to make holographic glasses before, as you can imagine. And so we have to kind of invent the processes, the machines, everything else. Another interesting thing is every piece of this is built to order. So if you walk into the store in Toronto or the online app and you order the product, it's custom built for you. And that literally automatically runs through the line here. This is one of the final areas where those all come together. Our operators here are doing that final assembly, hand assembling all of the last components, they're packaging it, they're doing final tests, calibrating everything, and ultimately putting it in the retail box and getting ready to ship it out the back door. So clean room right here, we've actually got to get suited up for this. So it's, you can imagine, right? We're working on things that are so small, like the mirrors are, less than a millimeter, let's say, they're on a chip. So any speck of dust, a hair or something would totally ruin that product. So we actually have to get gowned up here. So we'll head in. Wow. This is where we do all the optical assembly. So we actually build all of the light engines, the lasers, the projectors, basically the whole part that generates the image gets built in here, then it gets sealed up in a little package basically, and it's ready to go out to the rest of the facility and be put in the glasses. We have stations right here where they're taking these little tiny lenses that are tiny, have to be aligned in 6 degrees of freedom. So those are all moved basically by a robot inside of here, automatically aligned in the right spot, and then cured with the glue to keep those lenses in the final position. And then that's it, on to the next step.
So if you look at this screen here, it's already aligned blue, and it's like currently aligning green. And you can see that it's got the lens in position, and it's running through our algorithm here. So it's like calculating whether or not the lens is in the right position, and all that's happening like inside this black box.
So were these machines developed in-house, or did you have any external?
No, we built these.
Yeah, everything from the station to the software to the algorithm to like the way we even use the Delta camera, like all built from the ground up in-house.
So this is the raw holographic film right there. So you can just see the element there. We actually record that in first. It's recorded by intersecting laser beams in the film. We take that, we then curve it in 3D. So it gets curved and it gets inserted like this right into the middle of a lens that's cast around it. Then, believe it or not, out of that whole blank comes something like this. Essentially a piece of optical plastic with a hologram inside. That's sort of the magic of it. All of the machines we see back here is actually how that happens. On all the lenses, we put a coating on the front and back that stops glare and reflections in this crazy chamber here. And then behind this wall is like the actual machine is massive.
Wow.
Yeah.
Machine shop area?
Yeah, machine shop.
A bit more familiar for our viewers.
This is the machine I used to cut out some of the first prototype lenses.
Come a long way. These glasses are pretty freaking awesome. So, how do you get a pair? Well, when I got my pair, I had to go to one of North's showrooms in Toronto to get them custom sized for my face. But since then, they've actually created an at-home sizing app, which means you can literally just order these glasses online and have them custom fitted for you. All you need is an iPhone X or greater, and you can actually 3D scan your face at home for a perfect fitting pair of glasses. It's super simple. Just check out the link in the description below to get your own pair. Or, if you want to try your hand at chance, we're actually doing a giveaway to 2 lucky viewers to win their very own pair of focals. It's free to enter and easy to do. All you have to do is follow North on Instagram, Twitter, or Facebook, and then fill out the giveaway form linked in the description below. Good luck! I hope you guys enjoyed this episode of Make It Real. See you next time.